somewhere to check out, refer to, and be able to learn together as we go along. So we are talking about identity, and one of the things that I like asking is questions. Why? Because questions help you to get clarity. If you are a young person, one of the things that you need to learn is the art of asking right questions. Now, here's the thing. A lot of us ask questions, but we ask the wrong questions. And the tin that will be a separated tin, which is what the theme of this forum is about, must be that teenager that understands the power of asking right questions. Now, I just want you to, in the chat, if you can, if you're able to chat me, tell me, what are some of the questions you feel as teenagers that you have that you feel you need answers for? And then I'm going to just get into the discussion. Just go to the chat, write for me 1 or 2 questions. Hey, as a teenager, this is a question that I feel if I can get an answer to this question, I'd be able to make better choices, become a better person, be able to move further ahead in life. So just go on your chat and write for me, what are some of those questions that you feel you need to have answered so that you can live a better life? I'm waiting for the questions on the chat. Please go on the chat. What are some of the questions you feel as a teenager? If you are able to get answers to those questions, they would help you to live a better life. Just go to the chat if you can. I am waiting for you on the chat. Give me 1 or 2 that you think, hey, this is a question that I think needs to be answered in my life so that I can be able to live a better life. Please go to the chat and give me some of those questions in your heart and mind. I'm waiting, guys. Are you there? I'm waiting. Just go on the chat and type for me. 2 questions. Yes, please. I'm waiting for you so that I'll not be able to go on until I see you asking some of those questions on the chat before I share something very powerful that I want to share with us. Please go to the chat and ask, what is that question you feel as a teenager, if somebody was to give you an answer, you'd be able to have a better life? What is that question for you? I can't see any questions. Guys, if you're there, please type. Yeah. Yeah, please type. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Jermaine. I think Jermaine has asked an incredible questions. Should we change for others? And do we have to live for everybody's expectations? Those are very powerful questions. Thank you, Jermaine. Let me give us an opportunity. Please go ahead and type 1 or 2 questions that you think, if you get an answer to this question, you would actually be able to live a better life as a young person and as a teenager. I'm waiting. Davidson, I think I'm going to pick you out now that guys are not volunteering. Davidson, please type for me, or better still, you could unmute and share, whichever you're comfortable with. Who else can I see? I can see Angela there. Angela, you can go ahead and type or unmute and just share what would be your experience. Oh, amazing. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Angela. Angela has asked a very powerful question that I think a lot of us as teenagers would want to know the answer to this question. How do we control our feelings towards the situations around us? Laura, let me see you. What would be that question that you feel if it was answered, you would actually be able to live a better life? Alice, I can also see you. Please, I want to hear your questions so that we can get to our conversation. Bay, please go ahead and type. Fantastic. Thank you, Davidson. I think this is a very good question. David has asked, are we as teenagers supposed to live based on our parents' expectations or based on our own expectations? Thank you for that question, Davidson. Wesley, please type your question. if you can. And Dolin Daisy, please go ahead and type your question so that we can be able to dive into our conversation. I think you're beginning to see the power of asking right questions, because when you ask right questions, you're able to get the right perspective to life. So I'm waiting for people like Dolin Daisy, Glorifier, to type their questions so that we can be able to pick our conversation this morning. Please go ahead and do that so that we can jump into our conversation this morning. And don't take too long so that we are able to make the most of our time this morning. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Emmanuel. I think this is a fantastic question. Emmanuel is asking, how do you deal with anger, issues that come from pressure? I think that's a very good question. Thank you. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Thank you, Davidson. Thank you. Thank you, Jermaine. Can I get one more? Just one. Stella Moyo. Stella Moyo, you can go ahead and type your question, or you can unmute and ask it so that we can be able to begin. Please go ahead and type, or you can actually just unmute and share so that we can be on board together. Stella Wamoyo, if you're there. Stella. Okay, I think I can't seem to get... Stella Wamoyo is there. So Stella, please type your question or unmute, better still. Yeah, please, and don't be afraid. There is no wrong question. These are just questions that we are saying. If we were to get answers to these questions, we would actually be able to live a better and a more profitable life as young people. So let me just get one more, and then we go on. One more question. All right, now watu wamekataa kuniandikia. But that's okay. I think the ones we have can suffice for now. But here is something that I want you to think about. And I